Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yamini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God. This week's Parsha Perspective is being dedicated in honor of the Refuah Shalema of Binyamin Ben Shira. May he experience a speedy and swift recovery. This week's Parsha Perspective is also dedicated in memory of Shlomo Ben Edward. May his soul be uplifted and his memory a blessing. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Vayera. Our Parsha contains one of the most fundamental and meaningful stories of all of Judaism, the story of Akeidas Yitzchak, the binding of Yitzchak. The Torah portion begins with God telling Avraham that he will fulfill his promise of a successor with the birth of a baby boy. And precisely 1 year later, Sarah gives birth to Yitzchak, who looks exactly like his father Avraham. When Yitzchak was 37 years old, Hashem appeared to Avraham Avinu and told him, Kach na es bincha, es yichidecha, asher hafta es Yitzchak, v'lech lecha el eretz hamaria, va'aleyu sham li'ayla. Take your son, the only one, the one you love, Yitzchak, and go to the land of Moriah, where you will bring him up as an offering on one of the mountains there. Avram did as he was told. The next morning, he took Yitzchak along with the necessary supplies and headed out towards the mountains. When they arrived, Avram built a mizbeach, an altar, and tied Yitzchak to it. However, as he was about to slaughter his son, an angel from heaven ordered him to stop immediately and sacrifice a ram that was nearby in lieu of Yitzchak. Hashem then blessed Avram with great blessings as reward for passing his final and most challenging test yet. The reason that this is a fundamental story of Judaism is not only because it shows us two people whose dedication and devotion to the will and desire of God surpassed their own, even at their own detriment, as Yitzchak was willing to give up his life for Hashem, and Avram was about to slaughter his inheritor, something he waited for over 100 years, but rather because they both followed Hashem's commandment enthusiastically and wholeheartedly. We see by Avraham that when God instructed him to offer up his son as a sacrifice, he did not complain. Instead, he woke up even earlier than usual to fulfill his directive. As the pasuk says, Vayashkem Avraham b'boker, and Avram got up early in the morning. And Rashi on this pasuk quotes the Gemara in Psachim, that it is from here we learn the important principle of Zrizin Makdimin LeMitzvahs, that we must be zealous when fulfilling each and every mitzvah, and we must perform them as soon as it is permitted to do so. Similarly, with Yitzchak, when he finally found out that he indeed was the sacrifice, the pasuk says, Vayelchu shnehem yachdav, and they both went together. Rashi writes that even though they both now knew what was about to occur, they equally both were ready and eager to carry out God's commandments. This is why this story is read on Rosh Hashanah, because when we read the story, we invoke God's mercy and immense love for the Jewish people. And hopefully then, we will be signed and sealed for only revealed good for the coming year. There are many important lessons that can be learned from such a powerful and compelling story. All of them paramount to both our spiritual and physical lives. First and foremost is that we must trust in Hashem and believe that all He does is good. For it is only our trust in Hashem that has sustained us through the unspeakable tragedies that has plagued our history. From the Spanish Inquisition to the Holocaust, it has and will always be our faith in Hashem that will carry us through it. And with each and every mitzvah that we perform with sincerity, we strengthen our bond and connection with God, allowing us to develop a deeper and more profound relationship with Him. There is an amazing quote by Rabbi Shalom Mordechai Rabashkin, and if you do not know who this person is, I suggest that you look him up. Aleph Beis Gimel, Emunah plus Bitachon equals Geula. Faith and trust in God will bring the redemption. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to the Parsha Perspective at gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.